Feeling my groove, my jigger jigger, making you bounce. Others is fair, me and my breaking the bread. Stay getting it, we got holding your head.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the NBA on Hollywood Sports. Hey guys, I got something to tell you. There's been some changes. I am no longer the GM of the Minnesota Timberwolves. The ownership of the Detroit Pistons has offered me a 5-year deal worth $100 million to be the GM of the Detroit Pistons. And guys, I could not turn that down. You wouldn't have turned it down. I am now the GM of the Detroit Pistons. A 5-year deal worth $100 million. So I just want to throw that at you. I am no longer the GM of the Minnesota Timberwolves. It was a great team. I love being their GM. But I'm off to bigger and better things. I am now a $100 million man. But as you can see on our schedule right now, we're going up against the Memphis Grizzlies tonight. And if you look at their team overview, in the last 9 games, the Grizzlies are 6-3. They have a .667 winning percentage, which is really good. They're 3-1 at home, and they're on a 1-game losing streak. And in the last, their last 9 games are 6-3, like I said. And they are the consensus pick to win this game tonight, and they are an overall 93. Again, we are on the road playing the Memphis Grizzlies. Let's go. And I got to see how these guys play, guys. I've been getting a little bit of trade offers here and there, but I don't really know the team. So this is all about evaluating the team. Again, welcome to the NBA on Hollywood Sports.
Brought to you by Sprite.
And in the comment section, somebody lets me know what this means.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome.
If you see this, what does this mean?
Ernie Johnson.
Let me know in the comment section.
Shaquille O'Neal joins me tonight. It'll be the.
Let's see how well you know my videos.
The Detroit Pistons. Well, for Detroit, thus far about the same number of wins as last season. Nonetheless, every game provides a chance for them to get better. Dave Yeager's been behind the Memphis bench a couple of years now. What value has he brought to the Grizzlies?
I really like this guy, Ernie. He's my type of guy. He's an analytical guy. He's not afraid to use hard data to design a scheme. He also plays to his strength. He knows how to get the most out of his players. I love this guy.
And he's one of those guys, if you say, hey, how do you spell your last name? He does not say, just like it sounds.
I don't know how to spell it.
Starts with a J, of course. Dave Yeager. Joerger.
Well, that would be incorrect now, wouldn't it?
No, that is the way he spells it. But
well, he's doing it wrong. Okay. 2 wrongs don't make a right, Ernie.
Let's go to Kevin, Harlan.
And by the way, Jennings, our point guard, got hurt, guys, in the last game. Here we go.
We've got the Grizzlies in Graceland, Memphis, Tennessee, against an Eastern Conference team here at the FedEx Forum.
FedEx Forum, baby. Here we go.
Basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Steve Curry.
Come on, Drummond.
Reporting from the sideline.
Oh, good tip, good tip.
To take a look at the Pistons. Guys, when you compare their performance last season to where they sit right now, not a whole lot different story. Not necessarily a big surprise either.
Well, I think for Detroit, they've not achieved any of even the most modest.
Oh, man, in and out.
So far.
Well, it's been a tough year, Clark, no question. There's a lot of talk.
Man, we don't play defense tonight. We're going to get blown out.
Proving the doubters wrong, but at this point, the doubters look right.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Monroe and Drummond there inside. Reggie Jackson out there with Jody Meeks. And it's Butler in at the small forward. And Green.
Nice roll.
And they get on the board first.
Looking to set the tone early.
So it's the Pistons now. They want to keep rolling here.
We got Jackson as our point guard.
And it was the role players.
Like I said, Jennings got hurt.
Led the charge. The guys who normally don't score a lot, they came in and really contributed.
A total team performance, Steve. The kind
nice
of
hook. Oh!
If you're going to win on the opponent's home floor.
Get back, guys. Get back. Get back.
The stats a little bit. They don't tell the whole story. Last year when the Grizzlies were healthy, they were very tough defensively.
Now here's Conley. Really had troubles in the loss to Sacramento. Shot from
boom!
And it's
that was a mismatch right there.
Randolph's got his first bucket of the night.
You know, he's got a lot of inches on the defender in that matchup, and he can just shoot right over the top of him without worrying about being bothered.
Monroe against Randolph. The 11-footer.
Come on, get in there.
But it rolls out. And a few things help with the Grizzlies in defense. They slow things down, and they don't give up the easy basket.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that sometimes gets overlooked.
And one.
Their defensive prowess, pace of play. They're very judicious in how they play the game. And they've got a physical front line. So they put bodies on you. And when that happens, you get worn out.
Big Randolph.
Free throw drops for Zach
7-0.
Randolph. You talk about players who either love or hate contact. Randolph, I think, is in his element, Clark, leaning on people. He likes to feel other body.
Yeah, they love Zebo, they call him, don't they? He can get busy. Boy, I love watching him go to work. You know, he likes to be...
We're trying to get drumming going.
Contact. He gets to the rim. Whenever you lose contact...
There we go.
He's not the most explosive guy, but it just points out, Kevin, you can be highly skilled and a really good basketball player and not be an off-the-charts athlete.
He wears on his opponent.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of attrition.
I think he created that phrase, what was it, grit and grind? Grit and grind.
Good block. Push it.
He played.
Yeah. Here's Meeks.
Way to muscle it up. Muscle it up. Good job, Meeks.
Pass. He turned that one into a pretty easy basket.
Like I said, guys, we got to get familiar with this team.
By 3. Outside
I'm
Conley.
$100 million GM, baby.
Takes the 13-footer and off the glass. That one's good. That's 7 points for Zach.
Monroe did a good job putting his hands up on
Randolph
that
never
play.
really an above-the-rim player, but with his combination of strength and skill, he remains effective. Deft touch with that left hand.
Now here's Jackson. Now the feed to Monroe. Drummond sets the screen for Monroe. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Meeks. No good. Excellent D there from Allen. The Grizzlies
Get the
have
ball,
gone
Meeks.
4 of 5 from the field so far.
Oh, man.
And Randolph is able to post up or face up. And he's lethal either way. And that high arcing shot of his from mid-range, it's beautiful to watch.
If you haven't seen my slider set video, go check it out, guys. If you like my GM or my league, go check it out. You're going to get a good challenge from the CPU. It's like playing somebody online.
Kufis checked in for
You don't have to deal with all that cheese online.
For Jeff Green. Lee's checked in for Allen. And it's Udrich in for Mike Conley. Now here's Lucas. Tolliver for 3.
Oh!
Carter pulls
Man, we're getting all these in and outs.
1:15 left to play here in the first. Here's Gasol.
They got mixed up on defense right there, and they got burnt.
Gasol's got his first basket.
The CPU will burn you if you don't play some deep.
Getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
Well, and that's why they're on this run, guys. They're getting the ball inside and getting really high percentage looks.
Now here's Lucas.
But he set the pick.
Kufis grabs the miss. Here's Udrich, defended by Lucas. They set the screen. The drive by Lee.
Wow.
Lee pushed to double digits.
And the early lead just keeps on growing. Another basket.
And the way they've done it is with an extremely potent inside attack.
Dishes it to Tolliver.
Good pass.
Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
That's going to open things up for them on the perimeter going forward.
Come on, guys. Get back on
It's
defense.
hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too
No
many.
wonder they paid me $100 million
They're
to
just getting
manage you
pounded on
guys.
there. The defense not offering much
You want me to
resistance.
put a team on the
Got
floor.
to force the ball back out to the perimeter.
Now here's Lucas. He's guarded by Udrich.
Oh, man, they blocked the alley-oop.
No good trying to beat the
Man, they blocked my alley-oop.
And as we conclude
Ooh,
the first
ooh.
quarter, a one-sided game so far. Memphis out in front. They lead by 11. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports.
NBA season pushes on. James Harden and the Houston Rockets take on Marc Gasol on the Memphis.
We are now in the Eastern Conference.
Monday, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific.
Oh, they're going up against Memphis. Rockets are 8-1. Wow. We got a lot to do to get better, guys.
Close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. Hey guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Grizzlies?
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And they're sharing the ball, too, which I love. They're piling up the assist. We're seeing great offensive movement.
Well, it was the Memphis Grizzlies in their last game, a loss to the Kings.
I didn't like the defensive game plan they had.
No, Vince Carter's still hanging on, man.
It seemed out of whack.
He's still playing some ball.
Wrong, and they didn't bring the energy necessary either.
You know, it was befuddling.
Come on, ref, call a foul.
They stuck with that, Steve. I mean, they dug themselves a hole and
stop the ball.
They didn't make the changes they should.
Man, look at the PCPU, man. I told you, man, they be balling, man.
Randolph and Kufis are inside.
It's a pretty good slider set, guys.
And it's Carter.
And it's going to get better. It's going to get better.
To kick off the second quarter. Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke.
Oh, that was an ugly shot. Come on, Tolliver.
Well, Kevin, sharp-eyed NBA fans may have noticed, but a new addition to NBA jerseys this season. For franchises that have won a championship, there's a small gold tab on the back of the jersey collar. The tag has small writing showing how many titles the team has won. The Celtics and Lakers with a little extra bragging rights. Guys, what a nice...
Slow it down, slow it down.
Yeah, certainly a badge of honor. Doris, thank you. Now here's Lucas. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. He kicks it to Caldwell Pope. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Nice left hand, nice left hand.
He's not their first option, but not a bad fallback either.
And the Grizzlies leading by 11. Tavius Caldwell Pope, KCP, drafted 8th overall last season by the Pistons. Steve drafting from Egypt.
Yeah, Caldwell Pope coming out of Georgia. He's got that three-point range. Really promising defender, too, at that two-guard spot.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Jeff Green is checked in for Carter. Allen comes in for Lee. And it's Conley in for Udrich. And a different look here for the Pistons. Drummond's checked in for Tolliver. Butler comes in for Williams. Jody Meeks, he's checked in for Caldwell Pope. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for John Lucas. Here's Randolph. The shot no good.
Good job, Monroe.
Good work defensively by Monroe.
And KCP struggling somewhat with the shot in his first season. Mostly stayed on the perimeter. He didn't get inside that often to try to get himself going. Sometimes you can get your perimeter game going by going inside. So we'll have to see how his offensive game progresses.
Come on, Drummond.
As the season goes on. It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question. And that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead.
Now here's Randolph. 3 points his last outing.
Good D, good D.
Detroit takes possession.
And for Caldwell Pope, a volume.
Zach Randolph had 8 points in his last game against Sacramento.
Tough shots in the big moments in games. Sometimes rookies look to defer, but on a team in need of shot making, there seems a window for him to claim a larger role.
Here's Jackson. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Monroe.
Good shot, Monroe.
Good. The assist this time.
Way to drain that open shot, baby.
Monroe's got it back down to single digits for the Pistons. For Memphis, they've gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop.
Watch the pick, watch the pick.
Just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Kind of the pass to Randall.
Good block. Good block.
Memphis will retain possession.
That's what I'm talking about.
Marc Gasol's checked in for the Grizzlies. The dive for the ball. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession.
Let's take a look at Marc Gasol. Some stats for him. Solid numbers last season.
He's averaging
Last year,
14 points a game.
7 rebounds and 3 assists. In today's NBA, you have to have a good backup big to rotate in, and that's exactly what he's given this club.
You know, to be able to match up with other bigs when going to the bench, I think it's a must-have option for strong NBA teams if you're going to compete and contend for possible championships.
Here's Conley. Lock at 6. Allen outside. pass to Gasol.
Ooh, good block.
Shot clock violation.
Good block, Drummond.
Well, at this point, early in the season, still so much optimism for the season ahead. We all have our predictions, but there are always going to be some surprises out there, some surprise teams. And that's why we say all the time, that's why they tee it up and play the game.
Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. And here's Jackson. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
Way to take it to big man.
Defender with the screen and drills the jumper. And early on, while teams are still gelling, still knocking the rust off, Steve, it creates kind of a period, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, this is often where you'll see some
Watch the
upsets.
pick.
You know, the talent you have on paper is one thing, but you got to produce on the court. I mean, teams really just getting cooked to their first test. He is just so good from that range, guys.
You know, never mind with the height advantage he had there.
Pistons trail by 9. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play.
Good shot.
Freed up, nice work off the pick. Jackson's got his second basket of the night.
They started the game off tortoise-like, but their offense coming to life.
Tortoise-like. Wow, Clark.
Jennings is doing a good job. I mean, Jackson's doing a good job filling in. Oh, man. Gasol is going at Drummond,
The
man.
way they're getting the ball inside. I mean, they're playing smash-mouth basketball right now. And you got to think it's going to create some foul opportunities for them.
And Memphis making a change here. Udrich is checked back in. And then for Detroit, Williams comes in for Greg Monroe. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Jackson. He throw good, Gasol.
Well, Marc Gasol missed some time last season with injury, but you can see just how important he is to a team when he's gone. I mean, the Grizzlies were nowhere near as imposing when he was sidelined by injury.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you
Good
hear?
shot.
Well, gentlemen, Courtney Lee
Way to go,
acquired
Butler.
by the Grizzlies last season in a trade with the Celtics. And as teammate Mike Conley has put it, Courtney was a huge, huge piece. People overlook him, but it's key that he's able to stretch the court for us. It gives Zach and Mark more space, and he can definitely lock up defensively. Kevin?
He's been a great fit as a two-way player on the perimeter, too, Doris. Thanks.
Oh!
Green dishes to Gasol. Allen gets to Conley. Jeff Green on the wing. Back to Conley. It's Allen on the wing. He feeds it to Udrich. Some nice passing there by Memphis. 5 to shoot. Goes back up. And Green with the win.
Wow.
That time you went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
There's Dinwiddie. He's
Great and
been
Butler.
good so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Now Conley launches it. That'll do it for the first half. Grizzlies lead by 10. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
We're only shooting 42%. We got to slow Randolph down.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. Without question, Zach Randolph displaying his skills
We're
today.
down by
Yeah, he played
10.
a very mature first half offensively, just finding gaps and making good decisions, getting into the defense and knocking down shots.
Well, the way he played that first half, that's exactly what we're talking about when we say offensive.
No, Memphis got a nice lineup, though.
Memphis leading by 10. Checking out the group for Stan Van Gundy to start the second half. Monroe and Drummond there inside. Jackson is out there with Jody Meeks, and it's Butler in at the 3 spot. The Pistons shooting for the game at 42%.
I think we're going to play some zone. Try to get back in this game, get out some fast breaks.
Pass to Monroe. And the
Good job,
Pistons
Monroe.
getting another bucket right there.
Looked like the defense kind of backed off him, and he took advantage.
Left side, Randolph. It's Allen on the wing. And it's Conley penetrating. Randolph passes to Green. Pocket 4. Shot from free throw range.
Still drained it.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
Well, kind of an interesting paradox for Jeff Green. He's much better offensively playing at the power forward spot as a spread 4, but defensively he's much better guarding 3s.
Courtney Lee, he's checked in for Tony Allen. Pistons trail by 12.
Tony Allen and Green come from Boston.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Here's Butler. That one wide left.
Man, I usually can't depend on Butler.
Not a big rebounder. Struggles guarding in the low block.
He's on my team domination league.
You know, it's hard for me to say, Kevin. I think he's probably just a 3/4. I think at the
job,
4 he has
Drummond.
a little bit more of a quickness advantage. So I would probably look to playing him at that position.
Now here's Jackson after the Marcus Holmes. Outside Jackson. It's Monroe, high post. Misses off the right eye.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
Well, the main thing is they haven't allowed many second chance opportunities. And that is always going to allow you to maintain your lead.
Now here's Conley. Looking for his first basket still in this one. 6 to shoot. Assault. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line.
Come on, that should have been a charge.
The offense just getting right to the rim, but at least they saved
Look
the
at
layup.
Gasol.
That's old school basketball rules. I mean, at the end of the day, no easy layups. Earn it from the line.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
And you go back and you look at the numbers from last season, he knocked down about 77% of his free throws.
And that one falls from Marc Gasol. The Detroit Pistons, a proud franchise, of course, from 03 to 08, 6 consecutive trips to the Eastern Conference Finals. And Clark in 2004, the NBA title.
But the rebuild process has had its hiccups, Kevin. Its speed bumps, if you will. Some questionable free agent signings. There's talent there, but this team hasn't quite figured out how to come together.
Then you look at the Pistons, some great size and athleticism inside, but they've lacked a high percentage outside shooting to space the floor offensively.
Now here's Jackson. Now here's Lucas. In low to Monroe. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Monroe's got 4 points this quarter.
The defense pretty much helpless there, stopping that layup. I think too much of a mismatch in terms of height.
And, you know, for the Pistons last season, you look at the size and shot blocking ability, and you thought that team would be tougher defensively. But that wasn't really the case. I think it has to be...
How'd y'all let him come in the paint like that?
Big athletic guys have to become much tougher mentally at the defensive end to be really successful.
Here's Jackson. Michael Conley making his last shot. Monroe with the screen on Conley. Jackson kicks to Monroe.
Monroe just can't hit that shot, man.
Feeds to Lucas. That one off the back iron and out. Memphis leading by 14. Here's Carter.
You gonna tell me that wasn't a charge?
Pretty assist.
And another gap in the defense found right there. This is one of the worst defensive performances I have ever seen.
Reno Udrich, he's checked in for Mike Conley. Then for the Pistons, Williams, he's checked in for Monroe. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Lucas. And there's a minute 45 left to play in the third. Jackson with it. Outside Williams. Back to Jackson. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
I'll tell you what, for what's really an elementary shot, he looked a little nervous on that release.
Here's Gasol. No luck. And it's Detroit the other way. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one.
Nice one, baby.
Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
One of the sweetest moves in the game.
Good concentration, Pope.
In traffic.
Here's Udrich, guarded by Jackson. Gasol kicks to Lee.
Keep him out of the paint.
Here's Kufis.
Good D.
Shot clock at
Hands
6.
up.
And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. The Grizzlies last season acquiring Courtney Lee, Clark, in a trade with the Celtics.
You know, they were in a bit of a catch-22 type situation. They had athletic wing defenders and long-range shooters, but they didn't have a lot of players who could do both. So they got Courtney Lee, and he's played big minutes for him because he can do both.
That free throw, no good.
And Courtney Lee acquired in exchange for Jared Bayless. You know, he started as mostly a corner three-point shooter, but he's expanded his range and now can shoot from pretty much anywhere along the arc.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Allen's checked in. Jody Meeks, he's checked in for Detroit.
And you talk about Courtney Lee shooting. Come on now. Excellent numbers last season from the field, the arc, and the free throw line. Arguably his best season yet overall.
Now here's Jackson. He dishes it to Caldwell Pope. Passes it to Meeks. Fires from deep.
In and out. Man.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint right from the tip. Their rebounding edge is impressive.
And I'll tell you what, they've turned a lot of those rebounds into points at the other end.
The dish now to Gasol. Here's Kufis. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
You know, that putback's about as easy as it's going to get. You have to put a body on someone down there.
Well, no box out. That's the results you get right there.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Grizzlies out in front, leading by 17. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Coming up next Wednesday night, November 19th, Dirk Nowitzki and the Dallas
What's
Mavericks
Dirk in Dallas
take on
talking
John
about?
Wall and the Washington Wizards, live from Verizon Center. Do not miss it.
Great record, 6-3. The Wizards playing just as bad as we are.
In a moment now to check out our State Farm assist to the game, and what a pass it was by a talented point guard.
Well, this is what he does. This is the kind of plays he's known for, Kevin.
Shake your groove thing, yeah, yeah. Show me how you do it now.
And Detroit has possession. 17-point game. All right, now a chance to set the floor, courtesy of Gator.
I need to find a new playbook. I don't like this playbook.
Filled up and ready to go. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. We've got Allen. Green is out.
Good shot, Pope.
And it's Conley, and it's Utrecht in at the 2.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
And the Grizzlies leading by 14. Conley into the lane.
What? I heard it say he might not make that shot.
Rebound, Detroit.
The defense was ready for him that time, and they had to be. He is so powerful in the
Pull
lane.
up, pull up, pull up.
Here's
Oh,
Meeks.
man, come on,
No
Meeks.
good off the front line.
Good
Stop the
tough
ball.
defense there, getting a hand up, forcing that miss.
Well, he's got the reputation of being a tough defender, and there was an example right there for him.
Green with a
Oh, we're
screen
going to be
on
doing some trades, man.
to the right wing. Randolph gets to Conley.
We want to get some jump shooters, man. Look at that. Look at Conley.
Pendis finishing shot. And the Grizzlies lead by 16.
They've got to continue to put pressure
We're
on
getting
the
blown
defense
out of the
by
gym,
flowing
man.
inside. That's what's
When I
really
looked at their
working.
rating and look at their record at home, I knew this was going to be a tough game.
Off the perimeter guys.
Drummond with a screen on Conley. Caldwell Pope wishes to Monroe.
Monroe cannot hit that mid-range jumper.
You know, that's a problem he has. I mean, not
Look at it. They're not getting back on defense.
I think it happens far too often.
Shaky.
Loafing down the court.
Again, it's been a mismatch in the paint.
I'm sure they didn't go into this one expecting to get.
They don't know. I'm going to sit up here in the booth evaluating, baby. I'm evaluating.
Kicks to Meeks. The pass to Drummond. The feed to Meeks.
Hit it, Poe. Hit it, Poe.
Dishes it to Caldwell Pope. Misses the 3. And the Grizzlies leading by 18. And it's Conley penetrating. Memphis moving.
Man, look at that ball movement by Memphis, man.
And Udrich kicks to Conley. Right side, Conley. Another shot.
Y'all let Rudolph get that rebound, man.
Gets the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Big Rudolph. Down there hustling under the boards.
These teams couldn't be farther apart in their effectiveness in the paint.
Look at him, boy. He all pumped up.
All good at one end, and we'll try to be diplomatic here and just say not so good at the other.
Marc Gasol has checked in for Memphis. And a switcher also for Detroit. Jackson's checked in.
Zach Randolph is a terrific rebounder and scorer. In his prime, you could just mark up 20 points and 12 rebounds a night, every night. He's a little bit on the downside now, but still a player you've got a game plan for.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Drummond. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists in the game.
And their solid play in the paint continues, guys.
Well, that's been the focus, Clark, as we've watched. I mean, they've created one chance after another inside.
Conley kicks to Gasol. Allen passes to Conley. He feeds it to Green. Shot clock at 6. Jacks up a 3.
Y'all let Randolph get this rebounds.
Here's Randolph, and good work on the boards. They pick up the second change points.
But Randolph is
and the Grizzlies lead
crashing the
by 21.
boards, man.
Detroit's gone 1 and 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Jackson dishes.
Good pass.
Here's Meeks, and the layup's good off the glass.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any agenda.
It's hard to overstate all the points they've scored on assists today. Beautiful to watch.
Conley into the lane.
Wow, they're playing some beautiful basketball, man. We are lost on defense. Memphis is playing some pretty basketball.
Something they just have not been able to stop today.
I think it's time to make some adjustments defensively, Clark. I mean, what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
And Meeks kicks to Jackson. Releases. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Gasol's got his third rebound tonight.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just total obliteration. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Grizzlies.
But Steve, you know, you don't see this.
Well, look at Randolph.
Blowout often, but tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out, Clark, this kind of punishment.
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against
this game wasn't even close.
They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And now, for the year, this is going to take them to 7 wins.
Well, one thing about this win, it assures that they will not lose the season series. They only meet once more, of course, as interconference opponents.
And, Steve, when it is just a 2-game season series, the team
Good
winning game
Good
1
D, Butler.
has a bit of an edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it once more.
You always need role players to step up and help, and that was the case here as everything was working for Zach Randolph. He did all the dirty work that they needed, clearing out space underneath and securing boards.
Okay now, Conley.
Conley, the pass to Allen. There's 18 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. 6 to shoot. Here's Gasol. Count that one.
Just a little bit more for these fans to cheer about as they get ready to celebrate the win.
Well, they can already start to celebrate, Steve, and they should let their team hear it. They were good.
Goes up on the high post, and the basket by Jackson.
All right, guys, we come down here to Memphis and get our butts whipped. We got whipped royally. But as you can see, man, this is a great slider set. You see the CPU does not play around. They move the ball. They work together. They got great chemistry. If you do not play solid defense, you will get blown out.
Playing strong here in Memphis every night you have in this building. How important is defending home court to the team's morale and focus?
Oh, we need a win. We need to win, especially at home. Home is always important, and we need every single one of them.
Protecting your home court, guys, always so important. Mark, thank you.
Thank you, Doris, for that. And now for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan saying see you next time as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Zach Randolph.
Zach Randolph, man, he played hard. .points. Been in the league for 14 years from Michigan State. Yeah, Randolph dominated the rebounds on the offensive end too. Oh, lefty. Randolph always looks pissed off, man. That's how he be into the game. All right, guys, let's look at the stats right here. We lost 31-14. Field goals, we were 15 for 37 for 41%. You can see they really killed us, man. They shot 63%. 3-point field goals, we were 1 for 8. They were 0 for 2. They didn't shoot a lot of threes because they were killing us in the paint on second chance points and everything. Free throws, we didn't even get to the free throw line, which we need to do more penetration. That's why I want to find a new playbook. Fast break points, we only got 2. They got 6 points in the paint. They killed us. They got 38 points in the paint, man. So we got to learn how to collapse down in the paint. They got 8 second chance points. We got 0. They got 13 points from the bench. We got 9 points. I'll deal with it. I like that. We got 9 points from the bench. We have 8 assists. I kind of like that too. They had 12 assists. We had no offensive rebounds. They had 4. Defensive rebounds, we had 8. They killed us in the rebounds. They had 20. They had a steal. They had a block. We had 2 blocks. I like that. We had a turnover. They had 2 turnovers. Team fouls, we had 5. They had none. That's why we weren't at the free throw line. The biggest lead was 25 points, man. They just blew us out of the gym. The time of possession, they had it for 10 minutes. We had it for 9 minutes, pretty even. And timeouts remaining, we both had 2. There's the stats, guys, but as you can see, we really got killed on the glass, and they really burned us in points. They really killed us in the paint. They had 38 points out of their 54 points in the paint. All right, guys, just want to share those stats with you. That's why I increased the minutes up to 5 minutes. We can get some realistic stats. And as you can see, as a GM, I got a lot of work to do to get this team built, but they're paying me $100 million to do it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, until next time, everybody, thank you for watching the NBA on Hollywood Sports.